Welcome to another live stream. I'm about to have one of the semi-finals of Online Champion 3 versus 3 in North America. We will have Vegetable Juice versus the Thoreaus. And I'm just going to announce that we have started streaming. So hold on to your pants. Be starting soon. We already have 5 players on. We're missing 1 right now. Hello, I clip stuff. Welcome to the stream. Game should be starting quite soon. Should be an interesting matchup. Both teams seem to be well balanced. We've been following a lot more of Vegetable Juice than the Thoreaus. I haven't covered any game from the Thoreaus yet, but they seem to be winning so far. Should have all players now, so we should be ready to go to draft. Let's see if everyone is ready. Good luck, everyone. Let's have some nice series. We go with the draft. Game 1, Vegetable Juice versus the Thoreaus. Yeah, ban on Churnwalker and Anka. Pretty much the usual bans. We see them every single time. Or most of the times, not every time. Have Vox picked up for the side of Vegetable Juice. Yates is the response from the side of the Thoreaus. Yeah, don't worry, Blanks. I'll talk trash if Tsuki misplays his lance. Don't worry, that will be covered. There we go, we have a lance picked up. Will it be for Tsuki, though? That's the main question. That's what we should all be asking ourselves. Yes, it will. So let's see. Let's count. Let's count how many impales he misses and do like a ratio. Last game we covered, I think he hit like 1/3 of impales he tried to get. So if we have like 50-50, it's already a win. We're in a happy place. So let's see how it works out. Excited to see the game. We have Lance, Reza, and Vox against Celeste, Yates, and Cruel. Well, both of them are nice compositions. Try to think who has advantage here. I mean, that Cruel can be very dangerous, but Lance should be able to keep him at bay. With that Githian wall pushing him back. So it depends a lot on how Cruel scales up. On how fast he scales up. If he scales up fast enough to, you know, 3-shot kill Vox, then the team fight will definitely be in favor of their team. But if, in the other hand, Reza manages to wipe out Celeste in a blink of an eye, then it will be for the side of Vegetable Juice. So it depends a lot on how these players skill play. Have a little dance from Tsuki there. Little premonition. Should do an impale now to start the count. No? No impale? Nope. Just troll recall. No impale. Oh, I just discovered a new feature on the desktop. I can use the arrows to navigate around the map. This should be a lot better than using the minimap. I was just thinking that they must have implemented it because on VPL livestream they were smoothly moving the camera around. So they must have a thing, but WSAD was not working. We have a first blood here coming up against our beloved Tsuki. He did not miss an impale, mostly because he didn't throw an impale, but he's 0 for 0 on missed impales, so he's good, even though he gave up first blood. I wonder if you can rotate the camera as well on this desktop client. I didn't get a manual. Yeah, that was a bit of a throw, that first blood. Tsuki just overextending a little bit. And now he's not even trying any impales whatsoever. He knows I'm watching. That's the pressure. Getting to him. Maybe he's gonna try going the whole game without any impales whatsoever. Maybe that's his challenge. Meanwhile, we have a skirmish down here. Cruel versus Reza. Cruel does manage to take that middle tree, and that might help him finish off Reza. He decides to back away. Now a nice opportunity for an impale. Missed, so Tsuki 0 and 1 won the impales already. But it's still better than last game. 0 and 1. Actually, no, it's not. That's 100% missed. So if the game ended right now, he would be losing 100%. So the pressure is on for Tsuki to land those impales. Meanwhile, Cruel just farming away. Game pretty even so far. Slight lead in gold for the red team, probably due to that first blood. But nothing major. Blue team should still be able to be in the matchup. Curious to see if this Vox will be doing a hybrid build or not. Oh, impale connecting. Nice one, Tsuki. 1 and 2. Now the entire team of the Thoreaus is up here, scouting. But Tadeu does not do any pull. Vox decides to recall back home. See if we have a steal here on the tree end. Nope, Suki in a bad place. He uses the Githian wall but gets stunned up from that core collapse. Fez just wants to farm. Doesn't care about his teammates suffering in the turret. Remember, this is the quarterfinals for the online champion 3 vs 3 tournament being organized by Online Champion. Hence the name of the tournament. North American region, for those who didn't get it. Nice Githian wall. Hitting both teammates of the Thoreaus. Allowing blanks to farm away. This lane, put some pressure on this first turret. Another nice slam there from Tsuki. And we're back to farming as usual. Fountain just came up from Tsuki on that lance. Helped keep the rest of the team alive. Slam. Oh, Impale connects. He's 2 and 3. So 66% accuracy on those impales this game. Well done, Tsuki. Nothing much happening, just farming, you know. Let us know on the chat who you think is gonna win. We see, we have some people supporting the Thoreaus. I guess their team name or guild name is Ace Pack. But here they're playing as the Thoreaus. Whatever that means. I guess there's some famous person named Thoreau. I just don't know it. Going up to the lane. Cruel is there stalking in the bush, ready to catch someone off guard. He goes for Tsuki. Nope. Just fooling you. Polar Race community team. Okay. Not an actual team. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, another Impale connecting. 3 out of 4. Well done, Tsuki. Blanks showing the skills, doing a dash over the wall there. Faz wants a piece of the Celeste, not doing enough damage though. Just a little poke forces the flask out. Here comes the entire vegetable juice. They are healthy and they want to get this first turret. Put down some pain onto the Celeste. Mortal wound applied, but not enough to get a kill. Here comes the Solar Storm. Ripping through. Just touching blanks on the side. Re-engage from Tadeu, but not enough to get a kill out of anyone. Celeste is so low, she really needs to be careful, especially considering those impales. Oh, missed impale from Tsuki. And Reza got stunned up twice. Still wants to get that Celeste, and he does get her in the end. So well played. Has to run over the wall probably here to get away. That's what he does. Here comes from Hell's Heart. Doesn't connect to anyone thanks to Tsuki's Githian wall. Pull from Tadeu there, trying to prevent that turret from getting wiped down. But it does go down. What also goes down is the Cruel. He's having some difficulties so far. Tsuki, I think, is 4 and 6 on Impale so far. We are counting. This is important. More important than the game result is the number of Impales that Tsuki manages to land. 4 and 6 is not bad. It's 66%. Way higher than the previous match we covered. Oh, he missed one. We talked too early. 4 out of 7. The recall was too fast for Tsuki. Here comes Fez, wants a piece of this Celeste. Recalculating. Oh, a bit out of position, but the Githian wall keeps Cruel away. Blue team definitely wants to put some pressure on. Now they dive heavy into that Celeste. Nice from Hellsheart from Cruel, catching Fez off guard, and that was a very nice kill. A re-engage from Shizumeru on that Cruel, saving the Celeste and getting the kill onto Reza. They have an opportunity here to get a little bit more back into the game, being 3 versus 2, but they're a bit weary. Yates is a bit too low, Celeste is out of energy, so they decide to just stick to their farm. Suki missed another impale here. No, he connects. So 5 and 8. Here comes the Cruel with a flank. Impale from Tsuki misses. 5 out of 9. But who's counting? Tadeo wants to re-engage, but the teammate doesn't really follow up. Reza went for the other target, and that was an ace. I didn't even see how Celeste died there. She just disappeared. I guess Fez went onto her. She's definitely way too squishy. She could use Slumbering Husk or something. Solar Storm stealing that gold miner. Well played. That will help them stay in the game a little while longer. They're 2k behind the team from the Thoreaus. The Thoreaus. Not Thoreaus, Thoreaus. Thoreau is the name of the player. It's just so confusing. French names. But yeah, this team from the Thoreaus are playing very defensively. They know they are behind. They are waiting for the late game. For that Celeste to really be online to do massive amounts of damage. Suki wants another impale. No, decides to go back. Doesn't want to ruin his ratio. I believe he's 5 and 9 so far. Or 5 out of 9. Could be wrong though. Not counting. I'm not writing down on a piece of paper, so the count might be a little bit off. I apologize if that's the case. We have an engage here for the Crystal Sentry. A pull onto Tsuki. Rolls away to safety though. Should be fine. Yates could really do a smart pull here over the wall. He doesn't. I guess it's long cooldown, and that was the Crystal Sentry that went along with it. Cows have nothing to do with solar storms. I mean, you're not throwing a storm, and at the most it would be like a unicorn, because it could throw a rainbow. Definitely not a cow. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is not India. Cows are not sacred here. I think. Unless maybe, you know, maybe North America changed a little bit. And now they are sacred again. Suki overextending too much, gets pulled in. Avoids that stun, avoids the core collapse. How the hell is he getting away? Holy crap. Suki is definitely playing with... And now he rolls over the wall. Why are you... He's just trolling now. He's just trolling. He's just showing off. He's aggroing, playing mental games with his Thoreaus team. Showing that he can just get away whenever he wants to. Rolls over the wall there. Fez is just waiting for something down here. He's gonna get the Crystal Sentry going his way. The Thoreaus are rotating down. We might have a 3 versus 2. A nice pull onto Tsuki. The Crucible comes out though. From Hell's Heart. Still protected by that Crucible. Tsuki low, but not quite enough to die. And Celeste is just running for her life. Trying to get away from Reza. And leaves the Cruel to die on his own. So yeah, very bad composition to deal with, or very hard composition to deal with from the side of Vegetable Juice. Celeste is just too squishy to be able to do anything. She's always forced to rotate out of the team fights, and I think they need to work on their position. They need to make sure that the rest of the team is helping Celeste stay alive, or Celeste needs to sacrifice herself to try to give some assistance to Cruel. Otherwise, if they keep splitting up these team fights, they're gonna keep losing them. And the Kraken is about to spawn. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Vegetable Juice has a good opportunity here to get the first game. They're gonna try to get one last gold miner. I don't think the Thoreaus will even challenge it. Yep. Free gold miner. No snipe this time. Lack of vision preventing it. And now they are 4k ahead in gold. Which is a lot at 15 minutes mark. I mean, it's not impossible to come back from, but it's definitely hard. Suki overextending once again. Showing his skills. Rolling over the turret. Yeah, classic Cruel shutdown. He's not being able to do much damage. The balls keep stunning him. Now they eliminated the Crystal Sentry, so the jungle is going to be even more dangerous for the side of the Thoreaus. Nice core collapse there, punishing Reza, but he manages to get the healing tree ant anyways. Reza decides to start this Kraken on his own. This is not a weapon Reza, this is... or it is a weapon Reza, actually. I was only seeing Silver Steel. I don't know where to go. Should I focus on the front line? Should I focus on the Kraken? I wanted to show the builds, actually, but we seem to be on the verge of a team fight here. Suki overextending once again. Dodging that grappling hook pull. Scouting off... Oh my god. Tsuki, you're just trolling now. And that's a free Kraken for the blue team. Boots getting popped. But the engage will be upon Cruel, who is trying to get a piece of blanks, but not being able to do it. Those mortal wounds keep him in check. And now Tsuki shows up. Does a few getting walls. An impale also connecting, but not quite enough to keep Vox safe. Now Fez decides to change his focus, goes for that Cruel. The lifesteal was really becoming a nuisance on that Cruel, but Rez manages to get him in the end, and now Tudo in a very bad place. Maybe it's time to use your ultimate. He doesn't have an ultimate. He is just dead. This might be first game for Vegetable Juice. And we didn't have a chance to look at builds at all. I guess we'll see them when the game is ended. Here comes Celeste. Can she do anything to prevent this? She misses the core collapse, and Solar Storm not really doing much. No way to stop this Reza. From Hell's Heart, core collapse, everything trying to stop the Reza, but not enough. This Vein Crystal does indeed go down, and that's game number 1 for the side of Vegetable Juice. Take a look at builds real quick now. Vox with a hybrid build, which is a typical build that's been showing up on Vox a lot. Weapon Reza with that Shiver Steel. I never seen Shiver Steel on the Reza, but I guess it works. I mean, it worked for them. Other than that, it's pretty typical. A weird Spell Sword build on the Cruel. We usually see like Breaking Point or the main one. What's it called? Sorrow Blade. Weird builds from the side of the Thoreaus, but I guess they didn't have enough gold to really make it happen. Let's go for game number 2. Change up the team names. Actually put the wins on them. didn't even show the team names throughout the whole game. I had them hidden during the draft because it just looks weird if I show them on the draft. And now, here we go. Draft for the second game. Same game, second game of this series. Vegetable Juice leading 1-0. Let's see the bans. I predict Anka and Schönwalker. They might ban the Vox. They indeed ban the Vox. But the side of Vegetable Juice does not want to deal with the Anka, so they will have to deal with the Churnwalker instead. I would have rather dealt with the Anka, because I mean, Anka, you just get Batiste and it's pretty much sure that you can close in on her. Unless the opponent team has a very strong anti-Batiste pick to go along with that Anka. We're gonna see Arden and Blackfeather getting picked from the side of Vegetable Juice. Interesting pick, Blackfeather. Interesting blind pick of that Blackfeather even. Usually it's good as a counter to squishy lane heroes like Celeste or even Vox or Ringo or something. They go with a Gwen instead. I guess Blackfeather sort of counter to Gwen. He has that Rose's offensive to avoid the ultimate from Gwen. See how that works out. And Shizumaru thinking maybe Baleen, maybe Reza. Decisions. He goes for Reza in the end. I mean, Reza's a pretty strong hero in 3 vs 3. But his main utility is assassinating. It has a similar role to Blackfeather. So I don't know how well he's going to go into Blackfeather. And apparently they're going to do either a hyper carry comp protecting that Blackfeather, or they're going Weapon Arden or CP Arden and the Yates as the support. Interesting draft from the side of Vegetable Juice, that's for sure. What the hell was that sound? You guys heard it as well, right? That crunch. Ping. Okay, seems to be okay now. So that was just, I don't know. Desktop glitch, maybe? I don't know. I just work here, man. Let's see, game 2. And now I can tag along the games. The names of the people. The Thoreaus are on 0. Vegetable Juice is on game 1. Our first win. Yeah, Churnwalker is very strong on 3 vs 3. He was so tuned to be useful in 5 vs 5 that he just does so much damage. That Trespass does ton of damage even without you having any CP whatsoever. It's ridiculous. And the crowd control. It's just ridiculous, I tell you. Ridiculous. Here we go. A fight going on for that middle tree end. Gets pulled by Tsuki. Nice pull. And that secures the middle tree end for Fez on that Blackfeather. Tsuki definitely working better with those pulls than with the impales. Although his performance on the previous game wasn't all that bad. The previous matchup we covered, he had a lot worse performance on those impales. This one I think was about 50%, so it wasn't all that bad. Not gonna ban missing those chains though. It's going dangerously low. Gwen not really helping out. Putting down the pain on Tsuki. She wants to focus on farming. Gets pulled in. But that's not gonna be first blood. Not yet. Meanwhile, we might have a little skirmish here for the middle tree end. Let's take a look. Fez wants to get it. Tries those on points. Does get it in the end. Reza just not a very good timing. Missing the right time to engage on that middle tree end. Just lost it altogether. Suki tries to have a stun there. Not quite connecting. And we're back to farming as usual. Not much else to say here. Nice opportunity for me to drink my tea. Suki is recalling. Wait, is Blank supposed to be on the lane? I mean, Arden can sustain the lane just because he's so tanky. I mean, people have been playing him on 5 versus 5 on the lane, so clearly he can do it. But I would assume that Blackfeather would be in the lane just because he has more range. He might be able to deal better against that Gwen, but apparently they want to play Blackfeather on the jungle, which is fine. I guess both work. Let's take a look at builds real quick. While we're at it, it seems that we will have a CP Blackfeather and a weapon Arden. And a pretty standard weapon Gwen and Reza CP. We've seen a lot of weapon Reza recently, but apparently not this game. Blank's overextending a little bit there. Nothing to be worried about. He wants to get some of this farm. He gets punished for it. They could really kill Blanks here if they wanted to. They force him to pop the flask at least. And Suki not really being able to help him out. I mean, all he can do is stay back, not get himself poked out. Get that ambient ult. Here comes Fez now. Nice pull onto that Reza, and he just got wiped. Great pull from Tsuki there. And Feza finishing off that Reza. Did I miss a kill on the jungle? I apologize. I was busy drinking my tea. That was first blood even. Yeah, you know, first rule of casting, always look at minimap, but, you know. It's the jet lag. Double man chain, double man stun. Actually, only one, but... Ooh. Blackfeather already doing so much damage. He's going very low, though. He might get more than he can chew. It was actually Yates that was going dangerously low. Blackfeather is fine. He does a triple kill. And that's an ace going for the side of Vegetable Juice. They're really putting a lot of pressure. I mean, I was having my doubts on this composition, but it really seems to work. Blackfeather doing so much damage with those on points. I think the Thoreaus really could use some defensive itemizations early on. They're clearly not in the lead, not able to contest neither the Arden nor the Blackfeather, so they need to wait for the late game for this Gwen to start hitting like a truck, for Reza to not be squishy like hell. Hey Marv, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you are entertained. Well, I'm EU, but the tournament is on North America. You can see how the pros play, because we all know that North America plays better than Europe, right? No, the stream is live. I mean, there's always a lag whenever you're streaming something. The casting silence is just because I'm alone casting, and when there's not much to say, I'm just silent. Minion candy getting popped. Re-engage coming out from Yates. And gets chained up real quick. Blanks wants to punish this Churnwalker. He gets stunned before he can use his trespass. But they just decide to disengage. They don't want a 2 versus 3. Blackfeather was still farming up. Should be more than 5 a second or 7 seconds lag from the live match. Usually is around like 20 seconds at least. Here comes the Gauntlet, trying to catch off that Reza. He's forced to use the dash to run away. Where the hell was that shot? The buckshot bonanza from Gwen went the other way. I guess she just wanted to reposition, but already had a skill selected. The Thoreaus seem to be in a bit of a trouble here. And Churnwalker just died. Churnwalker is supposed to be like resistant, like tanky, like last a long time. He just got wiped out. I mean, Vainglory is so real-time that it's very hard to cheat. The most you could do is like know if the other team is doing the Kraken or not, something like that. And have a few seconds to respond. But I don't think it's much of a big deal. Have another team fight going on here though. Shizumaru very low. The Trespass coming out stuns 2 people. The Crucible slightly too late. But Shizumaru is so low he just wants to go back home. It's time to go home. We can't afford to stay here. Tsuki with a little emoji action going on there. Lane is still starting to get pulled. Only 9 minutes and a half in. Blank's really doing a lot of damage now. Should take a look at builds now. I'm gonna go following maybe Blanks. Blanks should do the engage. We're gonna have a pull. Yes, we are. The Churnwalker is going down very quickly once again. He needs to have those chains up, and he needs to have that reflux block ready not to get pulled in. Look at the damage that they did on Gwen. The ultimate not keeping him alive. Nice reflex block there, preventing him from getting stunned up. Vegetable Juice is just killing it right now. And now an ultimate. Shizumaru misses the dash and is forced to use the ultimate, but he's just dead. How the hell did he just die there? How the hell did... well, it was... I know what it was. It was the on point from... or actually the Feint of Heart from Blackfeather that just went across. Vegetable Juice just going so hard right now. This is really... I think they have the game in the hand. They are 7k gold lead so far, so they're definitely in the lead. Let's take a look at builds real quick. We have Serpent's Mask and Sorrowblade on Blanks, Spellfire and Aftershock on Fez, and Tsuki with the Fountain and the Crucible. Gwen still only has 1 attack item, only the Sorrowblade. Guess she's going for the Tension Bow next, but she needs some defense itemizations, clearly. Same thing with Reza. He has 2 items online, but he's so squishy, he just dies. Churnwalker is not being able to do his job of keeping the team safe because he himself is so squishy. Now Tsuki is chained up, gets pulled in. They might do some little poke here, but they decide against it. They're too scared. On point. Applying some mortal wounds on that Churnwalker. Red team can get this gold miner if they wanted to. They are starting him up. He gets pulled by Tsuki to safe positioning inside the jungle. Here comes the Churn though. Wants to get those chains on. 2 chains in. Pulls them in, but he's already so low. Mortal wounds doesn't even let him go back up. Mortal wound onto Arden though. They might get a kill here. Reza just not doing enough damage. The re-engage coming from Yates, missing them, but the bots get popped. And we have another kill onto Reza here. The ultimate from Gwen delayed that Arden a little bit, but not enough. Remember to poop your boots, man. It's important. Don't pop them, poop them. A boot pooping support carry. Fez missing that 1 point. On point, but Churnwalker also missed this chain, so it's fine. It's fine. Here comes another pull. Just missed. And now Tsuki is forced to back off. He's already halfway on his health. He decides to recall. Maybe that's just a troll bait. Nope, it's actually a recall. Giving some breathing room to the Thoreaus to get back into the game. Relieve this pressure from the choke point turret. They're still quite behind. 10k gold behind already and 13 minutes in. So even worse than the first game. Nice gauntlet there. Apparently Gwen doesn't have a reflex block. And she's just dead. Too much crowd control from the side of the red team here. Pull onto Churnwalker. He's going dangerously low once again. Even if he has his chains on, there's just not enough damage coming out from the rest of his team to keep him alive. Tsuki with the pull there, stealing. No, how the hell did Tsuki pull but Blanks get the last hit? That was weird. That was weird. He pulled a corpse. Tsuki's just trying to steal all the farm from Blanks. That's his job right now. Fez trying to get away. He's going dangerously low. A re-engage coming out from Reza. Not enough. He just died. He used his ultimate to die. And now Gwen is going dangerously low. Also dead. Only the Churnwalker left. He had all 3 chains in, but his teammates are dead. So not much he can do. Too much burst damage from the side of vegetable juice here. Blanks with those blood for bloods. Doing a lot of damage now, trolling this Churnwalker. Oh my god. So much damage. It seems that the red team is already starting up this last gold miner. 15 seconds to go. They should be able to get it. And extend their gold lead a little bit more, just in time for the Kraken fight. The disrespect. Well, you know, it is what it is. Unfortunately. It's also mind games. I mean, if they are snowballing the game and they do this little taunts, they frustrate the other team even more and make them make more mistakes instead of waiting for the late game, waiting for their opportunity. Kraken is available though. They decide to start it now. Blanks looks like a cruel. Like he's taking that Kraken's almost single-handedly. Well, okay, Fez was there helping him out, but like he's taking the aggro and not going down in health. He's doing so much damage and punches so fast. It's insane. Another blood for blood onto Reza. Churn gets 2 chains on, but his teammates can't do any damage. And if the teammates don't do any damage, he doesn't get spread. Now it's Gwen that gets pulled on. Nice ultimate over the wall there, and they are trying to wipe out the entire of the blue team. Trespass trying to go to safety, not enough. He gets chunked down, and now it's 1 versus 3 with a very squishy Reza against all 3 members of Vegetable Juice who are doing ton of damage. Here comes the stun from Yates. He might have overextended a little bit there. Indeed goes down. Reza is forced to use the ultimate over the wall. He has to recall back home. Can Gwen hang this on? Maybe kill that Faz. If they kill Faz, they might be able to still wait for another team fight. Indeed, they managed to kill Faz. Can they also kill Blanks? No, they can't. That's a game number 2 on this series. And Vegetable Juice with a very dominant series. They take the win, and they're in the semifinals of the tournament already. Not much to say about this game. I mean, just such a dominant performance from Vegetable Juice. Congratulations to them. They move on to the semifinals. I'm going to try to get another game from Discord. See if anyone else is going to play soon. See if anyone is online. We had one guy who was requesting a stream, but they started their second match already. So we can't cover that one. Let's see if we have someone else who might want to play right now. Well played. Well done. Vegetable Juice. And Thoreaus will have their second chance on the losers bracket. I'm gonna open a chest while I wait to see if anyone is wanting to play or not. Let's go back to this screen. I guess you guys don't need to see this. Well, no one seems to be talking, so I guess we will raid a random channel. And if there are any other games later on, we will restart the stream. So let's try to find a channel to raid. Let's see who shall we raid today. W Green, Left Spectres. I guess we can raid Left Spectres. Let's go for that. And that's it. We'll be back in a couple of hours probably. Whenever there's another game prepared, we will resume the stream. So stay tuned and pay attention to your subs, emails, whatever. So bye bye everyone. Take care. See you soon.